What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we're gonna be doing a full face testing brand new drugstore makeup. There have been a lot of new releases at the drugstore, so we're gonna test it all today. I'm gonna let you guys know what's worth your money and what's not. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you're notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, up first, we are jumping right on in with a brand new foundation. I already primed my skin. This is the L'Oreal Skin Ink. Now, this is not technically a first impressions for me because I actually already tried this last week, but I've gotten the chance to like actually wear it so I can let you guys know more tea on the product, because with foundation, sometimes first impressions are hard because you want to know how it wears, and this product specifically is supposed to be like basically the longest wearing foundation I've ever heard of. So I have shade 100 warm. I think that's probably what's going to work best for me. So first thing with this is you want to make sure you shake it up before you use it. But this is essentially supposed to be a semi-permanent foundation, which like, what even is that? When I read that claim, I was like, wait, what? Basically, this is supposed to last up to 48 hours. Like it says, it's basically gonna last on your skin for as long as you want to until you take it off, which is crazy. I don't know why someone would be wearing their products for 48 hours. It's a very, very long time. But when I tested it, I was like, okay. I did not try it for 48 hours because I wash my face every single night. So I did it I put it on like really early in the morning and wore it till about 1 a.m. and it did last incredibly well. It gives about a medium coverage on its own, but you can build it up. One thing about this product though is you want to work quickly with it. So you notice like I did that side of my face. Now I'm going to go in and do this side, and then I'll go in and blend it immediately because it dries quickly, and once it dries, it's not moving. So you definitely want to blend fast and like don't let it really sit on your skin. So I think it works best to kind of do it in sections. It's also kind of different than like any other foundation I've ever tried because it is very, very matte. Like there's no luminosity or anything to this at all. So if you're an oily skin gal, you will probably absolutely love this. But even myself as dry skin, it doesn't make my skin dry, but it's definitely not going to give it any sort of glow. So I would say it's best paired with like a hydrating primer. However, what's so interesting about it is that even though it's so matte and so long wearing, it truly feels like nothing on the skin. That's what's really interesting, is like it's like the lightest formula I've really ever tried. It feels like nothing. And it sets down on its own, like you don't need to add a powder or anything on top of it. Definitely interesting. Another cool aspect of it is that it actually is a foundation and a concealer. Because honestly, when I first saw like pictures of this, I thought that it was just a concealer. Like it looks like a concealer with the doe foot applicator, but you can use it right underneath the eyes as a concealer as well, which I feel like I could see myself more so using the 48-hour aspect as a concealer. Like I would never leave foundation on my face for 48 hours, but there are certain jobs perhaps, you know, maybe where people have to, or you just have a long couple days ahead and you want something that's gonna last. This really is probably the longest lasting product I've tried to date. So ultimately, I would say if you are looking for something that is incredibly long wearing and matte, but feels very light on the skin, you will love this. And it's definitely something different than like anything I've tried recently. Okay, up next we have the new Essence foundation sticks. So I wanted to show you guys the new L'Oreal foundation. So I obviously didn't get a chance to use these all over the face. However, these are very cool. They're kind of like the Maybelline lifter sticks where they are a multi-use product. So it says you can use it as an all over foundation, but you can also use it as a concealer, a highlighter, a contour. So I'm gonna use it as a contour today, so we can at least test it as that. And then if you want me to test it as an all over foundation, I can totally do that too. Ooh, this is like really warm toned, which is perfect for me for like a bronze sort of shade. I'm using shade 240. It comes in a bunch of different shades. There's a really big shade range with this, which I love. Ooh, and she is creamy and blending out nice. Also coverage. This gives a really nice coverage. Like I can see that it has a lot of pigment. So as a bronzer, I love that. But also I feel like as an all over foundation would be beautiful. This shade is actually perfect for a bronzer for me. I love this. Okay, really, really nice. I am definitely gonna be trying this as an all over foundation because I love it as a bronzer. And I feel like as an all over foundation would be really nice too. So let me know if you want to see that. Skin is skinning right now, and these are all super long lasting, which is incredible. But a lot of you guys have actually been commenting that my skin has been looking better, which I so greatly appreciate. After pregnancy, my skin changed a lot, and I was like, okay, what is going on? Obviously I had to use it like different products while I was pregnant and stuff, and my skin went through it. As women, our skin goes through a lot, especially during major life changes like pregnancy, postpartum, perimenopause, and menopause. And hormonal shifts can completely change your skin's texture, tone, and behavior. And over-the-counter products can help a little bit. But when your skin really needs targeted targeted extra care. I think prescription skincare products really make a significant difference, but as a new mom, I really couldn't do like in-person office visits. So I talked to you guys about today's video sponsor before, but it is MIDI Health. Thank you so much to them for partnering with me on today's video. MIDI Health is a virtual care clinic created for women. You do a consultation. It's super quick and easy. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. And MIDI doesn't just help with skincare, which is really cool. They specialize in guiding women through every stage of hormonal transition, including perimenopause and menopause. The process is really easy. You basically just book your virtual visit, take a few minutes to set up your account and enter into your insurance information, tell MIDI about your symptoms, and then pick a time to meet with your clinician. And when you meet with the clinician, you'll basically just discuss your symptoms and your health history with them. And if you're dealing with skin issues that you really can't explain, MIDI will help you actually get to the root of it, not just cover it up. MIDI personalizes your treatment to you. It's super easy to integrate MIDI into your health routine. You'll get all of the virtual follow-ups that you need, and they'll also partner with your other doctors and refer you to in-person treatment when needed. There's no membership fees or hidden costs. MIDI bills your insurance, just like any other healthcare provider. So if you'd like to take the next steps like me and glow up this summer, join the more than 200,000 women who love and trust MIDI, then just click the link right down below in my description box or go to trymidi.com/Kelly to schedule a virtual visit today and use code SAVE15 to get $15 off of your first RX product with your booked visit. Thank you again to MIDI for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the makeup. Okay, up next we have new blushes. I'm so excited about these. These are new from Makeup Revolution and they're their Super Dewy Blush Bursts. So I have two of them. Does it say shade names on here? It does not. So I don't know what the shades are, but one is like a lighter sort of rose and one is like a bright kind of salmony color. So we're gonna use both and see. I don't know how pigmented these are, so I'm gonna do 3 little dots. Let's blend and see. Okay, not like crazy pigmented, which honestly is better. Ooh. It smells just like watermelon. Okay, kind of obsessed with the scent, and this bright color is so pretty. I like this. Okay, very pretty for a little burst. Honestly, they don't look super dewy to me. Like they didn't give a ton of luminosity. Maybe it's because the skin is so matte, but like they really don't look very dewy, which is interesting because again, they're called Super Dewy Blush Bursts, but we'll see. Okay, this one is much lighter. Just gonna blend that for more of like a natural little blush. It's actually really, really pretty for when you kind of want just like a little pop of color. I like that. I want to show you guys the difference in the shades, but I'm going to go in with like the bright color on this side just so it doesn't look like we're wearing two completely different blushes. I actually might prefer the lighter one though. Like I think this is really, really pretty and like a nice little natural pop to the cheeks. Let's go in with a little bit of the brighter color just so our makeup all matches. I added a little extra dab of concealer because I've been doing my concealer after my blush and bronzer, but today I forgot. But I feel like that makes it blend a little better. So I added a little bit more concealer just to blend it. Okay, up next we have some newness from Morphe. They did like a full relaunch, which Morphe I kind of put in the same category as like ColourPop. They're like in between drugstore and high-end, but we're gonna use them today because they have like a bunch of new stuff. So I have new eyebrow stuff from them. So this is their Nano Brow Pencil. So I'm gonna go in with that first. Wow, this is like the tiniest brow pen. When they're saying nano, they mean it. This is like actually so tiny, but I kind of love that because it's super precise. I'm using the shade Almond. It's like a warm brown shade, almost like an auburn, honestly. Just gonna fill a baseline in with that and then add in tiny little brow strokes. This is really, really nice. If you want like literally the most precise brow pencil ever, you'll probably really like this because this is probably the most smallest brow pencil I've ever seen. Like the tip is microscopic, literally, but works nicely. This is my first time using a more like auburn shade that I like made my hair more red. I'm like not used to seeing my eyebrows be that color, but I feel like I guess maybe they should be. I don't know. I normally just use like a blonde or like a light sort of soft brown, but this one's more of like a reddish tint to it. And then we have a brow gel. This is their Micromanager Gripping Brow Gel in the shade Clear. Also tiny little precise spoolie, which honestly, I really like. I don't have super like thick brows, so I like something that's kind of small that I can really get in there and get every single one of the little brow hairs that I have. This is actually really nice and it's completely clear, like did not change the color of my brows at all. I like it. Okay, up next we have the new Morphe eyeshadow palette. So they relaunched some of their iconic eyeshadow palettes. I actually tried already a few of these and they were quite nice. I think I want to try this one today. This is Rich Glitch. So this is one of the smaller ones. They did come out with bigger palettes too with more colors, but these are the smaller 6 shade palettes. Love the packaging. I feel like this is nicer than like their old packaging used to be. And this is what they look like on the inside. This is really cute. Nice mirror too. Okay, so this is more of like a cool toned palette. Let me grab a brush. Gonna go in with this shade right here and pop that in the crease. Mix of mattes and shimmer in the palette too, which I like. And this is blending really nicely. I'm gonna jump in with some of this darker shade and add that into the crease just to deepen it up a little bit. These shadows are definitely pigmented. You don't need a lot of them. Bringing that darker shade down on the lower lash line as well, just to smoke everything out. Okay, now we need to try this shimmer. I'm gonna go in with this light one. Oh, wow. Okay, wait, that's actually really light. Maybe I'll use that as my highlight. Let's use this one all over the lid. That is pretty. Whoa, these are insanely shimmery and glittery. These are beautiful. Wow, really, really pigmented. Dang. That is pretty. I'm gonna use the lighter shimmer now and put that in the inner corner. Honestly, these new palettes are really, really good. And y'all know, like, eyeshadow is not my favorite thing, but these are really nice. Very pigmented and pretty. I'm gonna use a little bit of the matte highlight shade too beneath the brow bone, just because I don't like a ton of like glitter up there. And the shimmer shades are definitely like quite glittery. Okay, this is a bolder eye look than I expected to do today, but this is a really, really pretty palette. It really pigmented colors, like very, very nice. Okay, let's jump in with mascara now. I have a new one from CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Bond Mascara. It's supposed to give 5 times the volume. So we will see about that. Open her up. I love the pretty like purpley color. This is what the wand looks like. It's like a curved wand. I am gonna curl my lashes before we go in with it. Okay, let's go in with the mascara. Normally CoverGirl makes really nice mascaras, so I have high hopes. Let's see how she does. It's not a super liquidy formula, which is how I like my mascaras to be. It's like a thicker texture. I don't know that I would say this gives like crazy volume, but it looks pretty nice in my lashes. Actually, I'm doing a second coat. It does layer up nicely to give volume, but it does not look like too much on the lashes and like cakey. So I do like that. Or not cakey, clumpy is the word I was looking for. I was like, what is the word? I'm gonna apply to my lower lash line as well. Okay, I actually do think this made my lashes look really nice. I like this. Up next, we have the new highlighters from Wet n Wild. These are their chameleon highlighters. I'm gonna try the blue one. Oh my goodness. Okay. These are insanely pigmented, and it actually is very, very blue, and this is like true glitter. So this is not personally my sort of highlighter that I typically love. I like a highlight that gives glow, but it's not like glitter. This is like actual glitter, but if you were going to like a festival or something, or if you just like a really glittery highlight, you would like this. I mean, she is bold. Like that is going to be seen from literally Mars. Old me honestly would have loved this. Wet n Wild makes amazing highlighters. I think the blue is just like a little too much. I have tried the green one. I like the green one a little bit better. I can swatch that for you. They're both like very, very pigmented, but I feel like the green one almost pulls a little bit more like yellowy or like champagne-y, where this one is just like a true blue. But I guess the cool tone goes with like, you know, the eye look that we did today. So not too bad. Definitely bold. So if you're looking for a natural highlighter, this is not gonna be for you. But if you want something bold and glittery and very like chrome-like, you're gonna love these. Okay, now for my lips, I'm gonna go in and line them just to give them a border. And we're gonna go in with the new Juicy Balm Glossy Butter Balm from Essence. So I have this one in shade 1 in a Melon. Looks really pretty. Oh, I didn't know if these are gonna be like super pigmented or not. They are. Dang, this is pretty. And smells just like watermelon. Love the scent. I thought these were gonna be like a lighter. I haven't seen anybody try these, so I was like assuming they're gonna be like a light kind of pigment. But they are not. That is super pretty and like gives like a glossy kind of finish, although they do have these new Juicy Balm Shiny Lip Glosses. So I have this one in shade Witty Watermelon, which I will apply right on top. I normally would not do a bold, ooh, these are nice. Smells really good and very glossy look to lips. I normally wouldn't do this bold of a lip with this bold of an eye and like all this stuff going on in my face. So that's kind of what happens when you do these testing new makeup videos, is I'm kind of just using all this stuff together. So it's not really a makeup tutorial. It's just a full face of testing new stuff. So I feel like we have a lot going on with the eyes, the lips, the cheeks. Like there's a lot of color on the face, but so I wouldn't necessarily pair it all together. However, I feel like we tried a lot of really good products today. The drugstore stays bringing out good stuff. So let me know your thoughts. Do you guys want to try any of these things? Is there anything new at the drugstore that has caught your eye that you would like me to try out? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh wait, I almost forgot. We have a new setting spray too. This is the Hard Candy Glow On Lock Illuminating Setting Spray. So you shake it up And it's like a glowy kind of setting spray. I completely forgot that I wanted to try this. All right, let's test the mister. All right, light mister. Ooh. Feels really nice and like light on the skin. And because we have like a lot of matte products too, I feel like that helped to like kind of rehydrate the skin and give it like a little bit of a glow. I like this. Can't believe I almost forgot her, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.